This is a Doki Doki Literature Club fan game that is not affiliated with Team Salvado. It is designed to be played only after the official game has been completed. You can download Doki Doki Literature Club at the official website. By playing this modification, you agree that you're at least 13 years of age and you have played the original game. Let's put this in full screen. Wait a second as it returns normal. And greetings! My name is Amy. I am Amy. I said it wrong, whatever. And welcome to Doki Doki Tropical Rain, a DDLC mod. Who would have guessed? Interesting. We have like a more custom title screen. I always enjoy that. And yeah, all I know is that this is a mod with focusing around Yuri. And I think a bit at the beginning also on Monica. And that's about all I know. When I first downloaded it, I thought it was a Monica mod, but then I asked for Yuri mods after I played Fallen Angel because I wanted more. And I got recommended this. And yeah, I hope it gives me the Yuri romance that I still need, because Fallen Angel didn't give me everything I desired, I suppose. I still need to get it out of my system. Let's see if this will do it. I don't know extremely much more about the mod right now. So let's go new game. So I like to pick names that I associate with the particular character, and for you I'm gonna go with John. Not because it's a common name or anything. I like the title screen music already, that's very nice. Ooh, chapter 1, festivities. Oh, do I need to, okay, I don't need to click anything. Great, I'm already stumbling with my words. Okay, we have a custom text box. A unique one at that, like not just a color change. They say that high school is the best years of your life. Okay, but they also say that they're the worst. And I'll say that my high school years were, well, interesting. They were interesting, but I'll never be able to forget them. Sounds interesting. It was the day of the festival. Every year my high school held a festival in November. It wasn't anything too big though. All it was a change for the clubs to show off their stuff. And being in a club myself, me and the other members were going to show off our stuff. The club I was in? The Literature Club. Hold your laughs. I was never really interested in literature and only really stayed for the girls. I thought the idea of you being there for the literature makes much more sense. And is much less laughable. Staying in there for the girls is more laughable than just saying, I have an interest in literature. But eventually I began to appreciate it, at least that. Though, back on topic. We're hearing the story. I'm assuming the MC is telling us the story in the future. The festival, yeah. We were all asked to pitch in, but I was kind of the odd one out. So I ended up having to help one of the other girls. Ended up choosing a shy girl named Yuri, and we had a good time making decorations. But enough thinking. Sitting up in my bed, I had begun to stretch my arms. So I suppose when we have like the narration, we're having like we're in the past tense. Time to get ready! I threw the clothes off my body as I slung out of the warm embrace of my mattress. Oh, memory foam. You're too good for me. Throwing open the door to my bathroom, I grabbed the towel from the rack and opened the door to the shower. I turned it on and waited for it to warm up. When it got to my preferred temperature, I entered. I should comb my hair today. Yeah, I should look nice for the festival. I'm gonna be going up and presenting. I can't look like a dirtball. That would reflect poorly on the club. And on me, but more importantly on the club. I don't have much of a reputation to uphold. I can look like a dirtbag tomorrow. I turned off the water, grabbed my towel, and dried myself off. I wrapped the towel around my waist and stepped out of the shower. Need clothes. After a quick change of clothes, I was back in the bathroom staring at the comb I had borrowed from my dad. I don't think I've ever actually used one of these things. Wow. That's pretty sad. Yeah, it is. On the other hand, one of my friends also doesn't really comb his hair, and honestly, his hair looks perfectly fine. It's like, I wonder if it's like because he has rather short hair, but like it's still long enough to make like unique like waves and stuff. But it still always looks good. Combing my hair was a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. There's Sayori, a girl who's been my friend since we were kids. You know the kind, the type of friend you would never see yourself making in any other circumstance, but that doesn't mean we aren't great friends. You don't keep a relationship like this going by just being acquaintances. Now, what does she have to say? You look like Leon Kennedy! Who the hell is that? Is that a compliment? Honestly, would I have said John Kennedy? It would have been kind of hilarious given the name choice. Sayori giggled. A compliment, John. You look cute! Feeling my face heat up, I began to try and salvage the situation. I'm not cute. You saw Natsuki. Maybe I should have Maybe I should have called him Natsuki. Natsuki is a fairly gender-neutral name. They're like Japanese men who are also called Natsuki, apparently. I pointed my finger at her. You're cute! What the hell? Oh, thanks! Perfect 10 there, John. Really hit it out on the park on that one. With our short conversation having come to an awkward close, we began to walk to school in silence. I'm assuming they don't need to wear their school uniforms? After around a minute of walking, I stared at the decorations I held in my hands. You did most of the work, sure, but I enjoyed our time together. I hope we do eventually end up spending some more time with each other. Just the two of us. I grinned at the thought. Yuri is, well, different. At first, she's a little hard to talk to, but if you get her talking about something she likes, it's like she becomes a whole different person. It's charming. It's an interesting aspect of her personality. And I hope to see it more often in the future. I wonder, did we go the Yuri route? Like, we don't have a self-aware Monica, and we don't exactly, it doesn't seem like we have exactly, like, any good conversation with Sayori either about, like, her mental health, so. Yeah, I'm definitely not used to coming to school in my casual clothes. That makes me wonder, on the first one, the main game, Monica was like her school uniform, so either they actually were supposed to wear the school uniform, or Monica just really likes the clothes. She really doesn't have any other clothes. At least not coded into the game. I'm thankful they let us for the festival, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not used to it. It feels too unprofessional. I've never been the most professional guy, but even I know when you should dress appropriately, and going to school is not the time for brand t-shirts and jeans. It's your place of learning. Yeah, I still like going with my DDLC merch to school. But today doesn't count, so you can stop worrying, John. Jeez. I approached the door to the club slowly. One of the girls, I'm just gonna go with a more Monica-ish voice here. Are you sure it's gonna work? It's gonna work, perfect. I opened the door. I wasn't used to wearing casual clothes in school, but more so, seeing the girls in their casual clothes gave me whiplash. I've seen this pullover somewhere else, or this shirt, I guess. And they just have like their normal casual clothes. For Monica, of course, they had like get one, but like I've seen it somewhere before, and not just in like some malls, but I feel like I've actually seen this in real life, exactly worn this way. Because I've noticed seen it in a mod before, like, but like this is a bit different. Seeing the girls in their casual clothes gave me whiplash. Monica especially. I figured she would have tried to stay professional, even if nobody else did. She was the professional type, Monica. Compared to someone like Natsuki and Sayori, who both were rowdy and different in their own ways, Monica was definitely more reserved. She was still fun to be around, of course, but she was a nice change of pace. As I thought about the situation, she walked up to me. John, good to see you. Did you finish your poem? Yeah, I did. Let me pull it out. I began to take my bag off my back, but as I did, Monica put her hands up. Oh, no, I trust you. You don't have to show me. Alright then. Anyway, why don't you go help Yuri with your guys' decorations? There are some other things I need to prepare before we start the actual festival. Alright, sounds like a plan. As Monica is turning around to walk off, she stops and faces me. Oh, and... nice hair, Mr. Kennedy! Damn, her too. Monica walked off, chuckling to herself. Who even is this guy? I shook my head and set down the decorations on a desk. After that, I walked up to Yuri, who was setting up her aromatherapy machine. So, what else are you planning on putting in the diffuser? Upon hearing me speak, she jumped. John! Oops. Sorry, you scared me. Well, shoot, in that case, I should be the one apologizing. I'm sorry about that. She takes a deep breath. It's fine. Thank you for apologizing. There's an awkward silence for a few seconds. So... oh, you wanted to know what I was putting in my diffuser, right? After giving myself a high five for actually remembering the name, I nodded. Yeah, what all are you going for? I chose to use vanilla bean this time around. It's a different mod, but in like I'm pretty sure in the weekend she also said she was going to say that she was also going to use jasmine there. Because she also talked there about, don't you think it would be suiting for like sharing poems and stuff? Something along those lines. So I'm pretty sure originally it was going to be jasmine, but the problem is I don't exactly know how this played out. I just used vanilla bean this time around. It's a popular scent I really enjoy and promotes relaxation. Perfect for reading our poems, don't you agree? Yes, worse. I do agree. Man, you really know your stuff, Yuri. I'm impressed. She looked rather embarrassed at the compliment. Thank you. Anyway, do you need some help setting up any decoration? I have all of our stuff over on that desk. I pointed over at said desk and Yuri nodded. I would really appreciate it. Thank you, John. Oh, and nice hair, Kennedy-kun. That was cute. But I still have no idea who that is. I sighed eternally, but I went to grab the decorations. After around 20 minutes, two of us finished setting up the decorations. And I will say, we had a pretty good time doing so. Laughing when the other said a joke, thinking when the other says something philosophical. How long did it take, and how much conversation did you make while setting up these decorations? Sure, we're at school and aren't exactly having one-on-one time together, but I'm already having a great time. Being with you is just... it makes my day better. She's so interesting. She's super goddamn smart, always knows what to say, has interesting hobbies, and not to mention she's rather pretty. She is. I mean, pretty funny. You can say that another person is pretty. You don't even need to be attracted to another person to, like, admire someone's beauty. Yeah. There's, like, the curtains we made. Aha, interesting. And here's then the return. It's finally time to start the festival! Upon hearing those words, we all got into position. We greeted the attendees as they walked in, though they didn't seem too interested in much other than the cupcakes. I cringed. Let's just hope I'm incorrect in my assumption. Okay, everyone! Upon hearing Monica say that, I set down the piece of paper my poem was on. I think at this point, I'm ready to go up and present. It's time we go up and present poems. Is anyone willing to bite the bullet and go first? Everyone seems to simultaneously get cold feet, save for, I'll go! Wait, you will? Oh yeah, I guess. That's great! Okay, feel free to go up whenever you want, Natsuki. Monica grinned. No pressure. Yeah, because that helps me. Monica nodded, giggled, and walked to the back of the room. Good luck, Natsuki. I'm rooting for you. Oh, thanks, but I don't need any luck. I'm gonna be the best public speaker ever. Just do it and see. Natsuki smiled proudly, marching off to the front of the room to present her poem. I chuckled. Her pride and confidence sure reigned true. I stopped chuckling when she cleared her throat and began to speak. This poem is called Making Progress. How much has changed compared to the exact one? It should be jump. It should be jump. Natsuki cleared her throat and began to read. But I suppose they wanted to have their own poems here. Have you ever wasted time when trying to start? Are you left to wonder why there are other thoughts from your heart, although the ink on the page tells the state of mind? Colorful words and similes are so brittle, when the one only colors are like crayons, showing my passions as if they mean so little. Your canvas is immature. It is not what a masterpiece defines. But I will take the colors of the crayon box and draw the lands by the sea. I will take the colors of the crayon box and shine the rays of my dreams. As I wake up tomorrow, fully knowing that my crayons are traded for ink and become ever-flowing, I can be confident that my page truly represents me. Until then, I will take the colors of the crayon box and build a castle with a pretty queen. I will take the colors of the crayon box and decorate the forest with the animals I see. No more will I let down my thoughts in my heart. They will shine bright from the very start. And each poem will show that progress can truly be. Not fully sure if it completely suits Natsuki, but it was a really good poem. I feel like if she got a little bit, if they're already at the progress of like the beach poem was also a bit more metaphorical, so I can see it. Natsuki stopped speaking and the room went silent. Wow. That was incredible! She did great! And the rest of the room seems to agree with me, going off the sudden uproar of applause! Natsuki blushed upon hearing her praise. She lightly bowed and slowly returned to the back of the room, smiling her face. So guys, what did you think? I loved it! You did a great job! Monica instantly goes into analysis mode. There's definitely a ton of emotion in here that I feel is absent in the other ones. The emotion was there, but it wasn't fully realized. So now that you've seen your progress, you can show it and convey it better. Natsuki was frozen. Am I close? You're right on the mark. Well, analysis aside, I think you killed it. I also really enjoyed it. It's good you really know what you're doing. That type of writing is not my favorite, but I think you did a swell job writing it and presenting it. And like Monica mentioned, there was a lot of emotion present, which I especially enjoyed. Good job, Natsuki. Wait, you actually liked it? Wait, is it really that surprising? I didn't... Hey, chill out! I didn't mean anything by it! Of course you liked it. I wrote it after all. You giggled. Of course. That was sweet. Hey guys, I'm really glad you're all getting along. But one of us needs to go up and present. Oh, you're right! I guess I'll go then. Thank you, Sayori. Sorry for forcing your hand. It's alright. Alright, let's do this! The rest of the girls turned to face Sayori as she walked up to the front of the room. Upon being in the front of everyone, she pulled out a piece of paper. Can she do that? Upon muttering this, someone whispered in my ear, "Why not?" I shrugged. Though right when I did this, Sayori began to speak. Natsuki shushed me, and I watched on as my best friend began to read her poem. Let's see. So it began by introducing herself, which isn't something that Natsuki did. Hi everyone! My name is Sayori, and my poem is called Piece of Paper. She cleared her throat. I'm standing in the sun, staring intently at a piece of paper. An empty, white as snow piece of paper. Hand at my hip, I prepare myself. It's time. No more, I'll do later. Move my hand, look over at the clock tower. Tick, tick, it goes, mocking with its movement. I growl and focus back on the paper. Hand on its hip, it stares back. It wants my thoughts, my feelings. It wants my deepest, darkest secrets. Well, no, no, I say. I'll never tell you what flavor of popsicle I like most, or what I like to spread on my toast. But this piece of paper is no laughing matter. Eyes closed, thoughts, they swirl around like a whirlpool of imagination. They all want to burst out and put themselves on the paper. Determined, the paper refuses. Draw! Mind and hand do the work. Minutes, hours of waiting, over in a second. My eyes open. It's dark. A desk lamp brightens my surroundings, and like an angel in a world broken. On the snow-white paper, there it lies, a baked blotch of ink from my pen. I slap a hand to my head. Sir put down the piece of paper and gave a bow. The audience, knowing their cue, gave their applause. I joined in. In all honesty, it was a nice poem, but I believe I liked Natsuki's more. I have to be honest too, I feel like I liked Natsuki's more too. I also feel like, when was this mod made? Were the side stories out by then? Because that's, for me, very important, because I always say Sayori has like a very set structure in her poems in the original game, like in the main game. In the side stories, it's still a bit present, but it's more loose. I wonder if she was inspired by Monica with this blotch of ink. This one definitely gave me the vibes of I don't know what to write about. That didn't make it a bad poem, though. That is a feeling you can put on paper, I guess. Far from it, actually. But it just means I didn't enjoy it as much. Regarding the applause, she got less than Natsuki, but it was about equal. Seems me and the rest of the poem share the same sentiment. Sorry. I won't tell Sayori any of that, though. That would just make me an ass. Sue picked up the piece of paper and returned to those of us sitting in the back of the room. Monica started from her seat and nodded to us. I would really like to discuss her poem, but we do not have much time left. I'm just gonna go up now, and be as fast as possible. I shook my head. Don't stress too much. Take your time, it's okay. She took a deep breath and seemed to be thinking my words over. Alright. Thanks, John. I'll do my best. Monica walked off and over to the front of the room. She cleared her throat and began to present her poem. Hello, everyone. My name is Monica, and my poem is called Not Afraid. She cleared her throat. She cleared her throat as everyone else had done so far and began to read. It's different this time. I don't know what it is. The noise, the pain, the feeling of emptiness, gone. It's but a whisper in the wind now. What changed? Who changed? Everything seems the same, but nothing is. Correct. I'm happy. I'm overjoyed. This is exactly how I want it to be. But it's not right. Something changed. It's different this time. I don't know what it is, but I'm not scared. I stand tall at the differences. I stand up and face them head on. I'm not afraid of change. And I'm not afraid to change. That was confusing. The problem is, for some reason, I only got something out of it from the main game, and like there was like this change of Monica self-aware. But I'll give applause. I don't know what exactly it is with this Monica, because I don't know what this unaware Monica is like going through right now. So I could hardly understand it really, but it was Monica's writing style, so it was familiar. In a move I actually had not predicted, she received a grand amount of applause. Well, she's also a popular girl. She gets special treatment. It wasn't a bad poem, but surely a few people in here would be confused. Well, maybe they just interpret it unique ways. On the other hand, one meaning simply is that like change happens as a part of like life and stuff. And you should not be afraid of change, and you should not be afraid to change either. Like, it's actually quite a simple meaning. If you take it as at face value, you can already guess something. And like the general deeper meaning, for some reason I can only think of like the change between main game and like this mod. Though then again, Monica's rather popular. I don't want to say that's why she got the applause she did, but I'll imply it. Monica grinned and walked back over to us. So, who wants to go up next? If I don't go up, it's Yuri's turn. Would she want to go up now or later? I turned to look at her, and she seems to be panicking. I decided to speak up. I'll go. Great, thank you for speaking up, John. I nodded and stood up. As I walked up to the front of the classroom, I began to have second thoughts, but I stopped them. You can do this, John. I can do it. You're a fucking beast! And beasts don't let public speaking get to them. Now fired up, I faced everyone from my spot at the front. I cleared my throat and began to speak. Oh. Upon finishing my poem, I didn't get much applause. About what I expected. I am so new to this after all. I still give applause, although I really wished I would have given him like a poem. Could have been something simple. Maybe to show us what this world's MC is more about. For example, he really just fully jumped for the girls. Maybe like make it a bit of a romantic poem. I walked back to the group and sat down. Once I did, Sarah came up behind me and whispered into my ear.
Nice job, John.
Thanks, but I think my voice trailed off as I looked over at Yuri. She seemed worried. Shit, she's probably super nervous, isn't she? Can two go up front at the same time so that maybe she has someone that's like a bit comforting? I should probably help her out. That's what friends do, right? I got out of my chair and walked over to her. Everything okay? John! Everything is fine. Bullshit. It's what I would have said had I been a heartless monster. Instead, I just raised an eyebrow. I don't think that's true, Yuri. I kneeled down in front of her desk. What's up? She looked into my eyes, not looking any less nervous. What was that? Her face flushed. I'm really nervous. Yeah, I thought so. Alright, so... Oh, that might work. Yuri, wait here for a second. She nodded and I went over to Monica. Is there a problem, John? Yeah, look, I need you to distract everyone in here for a while. Just so I can go to talk to Yuri a little bit in the hallway. What? But Monica stopped inside. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Thanks. I walked back over to Yuri and tapped her on the shoulder. Let's go out for a bit. What? Why? I think you need some air. Alright. I grabbed her hand and opened the door to the classroom. I led her out into the hall and over behind the corner, away from all the other students. I looked around. The coast was clear. I turned to Yuri, who still seemed panicked. Alright, Yuri, you're nervous, right? Yes, I am. Quite so, actually. Alright, that's what I thought. She told you. So, that might work. Look, Yuri, I'm gonna try and help you. Is that okay? You can try. Good, she's okay with it. Alright, cool. I didn't want to force you or anything. Yuri nodded. Thank you. But I don't have any problem with you trying to help. I actually really appreciate it. Smiled slightly. Happy to help. But anyway, we don't have much time. I'm going to tell you my idea, and I want your thoughts. Well, alright. What's your idea? When you go up to present, I know it's going to be hard. You're not used to it. That's perfectly fine. But I want you to be strong. So for you to be strong, I want you to imagine something. A hypothetical, to say it simply. I want you to imagine that all you're doing is reading the poem to me. You? Yes, me. I want you to imagine you're reading the poem to me. I want you to forget about the crowd and focus on me. Actually, wait. Yuri, do you have your poem memorized? Of course. Why? I want you to read it to me. You mean right now? I nodded. Are you sure you want me to do that? Yes, Yuri. I chuckled. I want to hear your poem. I want to hear what you put your heart and soul into. There's a silence between us for a few seconds. She took a deep breath. Alright. She closed her eyes and began to recite it slowly. It was beautiful. Yuri's poems are usually rather grandiose, but this was a whole new level. The symbolism, I sadly didn't understand most of it. It was absolutely splendid. I felt smarter just hearing it, and her voice. Her telling me her poem was like that of an angel reading me a bedtime story. It was incredible. She stopped speaking and opened her eyes. So, how was that? I sat in stunned silence for a little bit. Wow. She really... oh, you hated it, didn't you? I never should have... No, Yuri! I cut her off. That was incredible. Really? I nodded vigorously. It was amazing. Right, okay. Thank you, John. It means a lot. You're welcome, Yuri. I looked over at the clock on the wall. Though I think we should be getting back now. Shoot, I completely forgot. Do you think? I think we're gonna be okay. But more importantly, I think you're gonna be okay. I think you're gonna be okay. I began to lead her back to class. Just remember what I told you, alright? Just imagine I'm reading it to you. Exactly. I wonder if you'll still get to hear it. When we got back to the club, Monica shot me a dirty look. I moved apologetically, sitting back in my chair. Monica spoke up when Yuri walked to the front of the classroom. Okay, everyone. Our final poem presenter is going up. Please give them your undivided attention. Thanks. After a short message, Yuri cleared her throat. She seemed momentarily panicked, but then her eyes landed on me. When we made eye contact, she closed her eyes and whispered something to herself. And then she opened her eyes, facing the crowd. My poem is called, we get to hear it. The Ticking Hands. She took a deep breath and began to speak. Passing seconds shake the ground, of which I stand, like gravel, along an untracked road. Vibrations shudder from the approach of an encroaching vehicle, a remnant of civilization. Does one stand as idle as a vagabond when the future escape is uncertain, or do they lunge into the fray of the blinding headlights for the securement of relief? Passing minutes bewilder the mind, mutilating anyone's respective reactions. Moments mend meticulously, yet hastily halt at the closing of my eyes. Reality lengthens under the rays of the sun. I tried away the net of cerulean for the cloak of darkness, embraced by the full warmth of the moment. Passing hours leave the soul to wander the void, the bastion, the solitude, the emptiness, the nothingness, none of it paled in comparison to its embrace. It cares for me, it comforts my entity through its vague confines. It cuddles me in its presence like a baby in the womb. Once I enter, I wish to never leave. The void's rosy complexion glistens in the serene beauty. It feels so nice. It's so nice. How all this time I've only wished to be with you. And when the room was silent, they're drinking it all in, I whispered. Just wait for it. Holy hell, there it is. The room erupted in applause. It was a good poem. It felt like Yuri. It was very well written. I kind of was able to get some messaging out of it too. On one reading, whatever. And I feel like it was suitable for like Yuri's style, especially with the words they used. The room erupted in applause! I believe Yuri's noise level was never that what was new what Monica got. She smiled bashfully, gave a bow, and quickly shuffled back over to us. Monica, taking the opportunity to give us a chance to relax, went off to make an announcement at the front of the classroom. Thank you, everyone, for coming! I stopped listening, though, when Yuri walked up to me. Oh, John! She wrapped her arms around me tightly, cutting off my airflow. Holy shit, Yuri! I loved it. Did you see that? Yes, I did. My vision began to blur. But I might not see much here in a sec. Why is that? You're crushing me. Oh! She let go of me. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to. I held out my hand, cutting her off. It's fine, Yuri. No harm done. But yes, I saw you reading it, and I saw the applause afterwards. I'm really proud of you, Yuri. It takes a lot of courage to do what you did. Thank you, John. But I couldn't have done it without you, you know. Your method helped me greatly. I waved my hand. Nonsense. You were the one that presented, after all. I just gave you a little push. Well, I'm greatly thankful for that push. You looked off into the distance. She seemed to be lost in thought. They liked it. They actually... Anyone else feeling lightheaded? Yuri! Rushing forward, I grabbed her before she could hit the ground. Shit! Oh my god, what the hell happened to her? Is she... Again? I froze. Again? I turned to Natsuki. What do you mean again? She passed out. She did this on the first day of the club, you know. She scoffed. Honestly, it's like she can't function without someone to watch every damn move. I pursed my lips. Well, that's not very nice. I'm sure she just got overwhelmed, Natsuki. She's not used to public speaking. Well, Sorry. What was that? Nothing. Forget about it. Look, I'll let the school nurse know about Yuri and stay with her until she gets here. Shouldn't take longer than a few minutes. While I do that, why don't you go enjoy the festival? But don't you want to enjoy it? Want to go enjoy it? It only comes once a year. She shrugs. Don't worry about me. There's not much for me here, so I'm content enough to stay behind. Also, I know if you want to spend some one-on-one time with Monica. Well, that's what? Monica! Shit. Oh, hey, Monica. Wait. Due to Monica not being self-aware, it's not exactly being like the actual like game. Was there a Monica route? John was just telling me about how he would love to hold your hand as you two pranced around the festival. Said it would be a dream come true. He said that? That seems a little out of character. Well, he didn't really say that. But it was implied. Kill me. But I can't say I wouldn't enjoy chilling with Monica for a bit. I mean, if you're up for it, I would like to spend some time exploring the festival with you. Maybe not the hand-holding thing, though. What was that? Nothing! Bullshit, it was nothing. Natsuki did the same thing not 2 minutes ago. Whatever. Okay, well, you wanna get going? I would. But is Yuri okay? She's fine. But nothing. Now go! Enjoy yourselves! I'm fine here, I promise. You know, she seems really insistent on us leaving. She grabbed our collars and shoved us out the door. As I walked out, I heard Natsuki whisper something. I told you so. Whatever that was about, I had no clue. But hey! Now I can go enjoy the festival. Hell yeah. I am worried about Yuri, though. Passing out like that can't be normal. I've seen a lot of people pass out. Like, it's scary, it will always be scary, but eventually I kind of adjust. And also yeah, right. I also struggle with passing out. It's just when I get up fast, or the worst time it was, I didn't even, like, get up fast, if I remember correctly. I was just standing around for something and got really dizzy, and, like, I threw things off the shelves and then collided with the floor. It's pretty scary, but honestly, I feel like I just have, like, some problem with my, Oh, how is my blood system or something with my system there. My heart system, my blood flow, whatever you call it exactly. But true, that one time I didn't even really get up fast. Maybe I moved too fast or something, or maybe it was from when I got up too fast earlier or something. Whatever. Even if she really did pass out on the first day of the club, shouldn't it be more concerning if she's done it before? I've been to the doctor. I can't do much about my thing, apparently. So... As I continued to think about this, we walked out to the main courtyard with a listing of the day's activities and their room numbers were. I looked over to the piece of paper that was taped to a pillar and looked at our options. Alright, focus on Monica, John. Yuri's gonna be okay. Hopefully. Natsuki's with her. Yeah. After that inner monologue, I began reading the list. I trust Natsuki. No. Monica's a vegetarian. No. That looks good. No! After a couple seconds, I had narrowed down our options to 2 things. Candle making or a Super Smash Bros. Tournament. I see. I looked over at Monica. She's just watching us, staring at us. I don't think so. Candle making it is. You could offer it. Just ask if she wants it. Actually, she doesn't know what it is. She just had a weird programming say that. Thoughts on making some candles? Good idea, John. I love candles. Score. Well, says here it's classroom 205. Want to head on over? Lead the way. Damn, seems like we're really the only ones that cared enough to decorate. Nice job, candle people. Really put some passion to this one. A few seconds passed, and Monica, sitting next to me, whispered into my ear. They really didn't try too hard, did they? I whispered back. Doesn't seem that way, no. That's sad. Like, I don't know if I would be exactly interested in candle decorating. But like, if one of my friends wanted to go, I feel like it would honestly be pretty cool. You could make some special unique candles for your loved ones. I think that's kind of sweet. A dude that looked like he was indifferent to being here came by and nonchalantly put some supplies on our desk. A piece of paper with instructions, some wax, a plate, a Bunsen burner. Monica tapped my shoulder and I turned to face her. She's holding up the burner. They really trust us with these things? In our school, not without supervision. Seems so. I grabbed the instructions and read them over. Take the wax and put it on your plate. As I read this out loud, Monica did the tasks. She put the wax in the plate. She put the plate on the burner. She put the melted wax in the mold. She put the coloring in with it, and she added the wick. Not too bad, right? Son of a bitch! Don't touch that wax with your fingers! I'm not the brightest pencil in the pencil case. I'm noticing that. I'll admit that. As I think this, I accidentally get some coloring all over my fingers. Monica giggled and I exaggerated a frown. I then smeared some of the coloring on her nose as payback. She laughed and then stuck her finger in the coloring. She then smeared it on my face. It's just like when they just like grab some drawing app and put like one thing on her sprite. I began to chuckle, and then we were both laughing. And when it went on for another few moments until Monica wiped it off. We sat there for a few seconds and get back and making out candles. I'm having a pretty good time. I hope this day never ends.